From the curiously named Hollywood Theater in Portland, Oregon, Harmontown is now in session. Would you please join me, all of you lovely people? Welcome the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon.
Thank you, Portland. Wow, it's cavernous. This is cavernous. It's good, though.
Dan?
Right. Yeah.
Could I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking today?
A little bit. All right, so, all right, I just want to get through the Evernote list. So a guy I met at a bar today, it was his 25th birthday, and I bought him a drink, and he was turning 25, so I said, man, you got to do all your shit at 25. I'm 42. It's a bunch of stuff. Every day I think I say, well, if I was 25, I'd do this or that. So you got to do everything. And he said, yeah. And it's like, yeah, you got to go inner tubing with sluts. That's what he said, and I wrote it down. He said, I fucked that up. He said, inner tubing with hot sluts. So he distinguishes, there's ugly sluts that you don't want to go inner tubing with. Yeah, I thought Portland might enjoy that.
Do people still inner tube here? Like, do you guys go on the... You guys hit up the...
with hot sluts? Does that make it better?
What's the river here? Is it the Deschutes, right? You got the Deschutes here?
Is it the Cooch River?
Willamette.
But you guys have hot sluts here, but you don't... They're not more important than the regular sluts, are they? And they're not better at inner tubing. Right? I don't know. Ask that kid.
Hot sluts.
Hot sluts. Inner tubing with hot sluts. All right. The last thing on my list. The last thing on my 2-item list is, well, I mean, there's a side note, which is Twitter Corner. Does Twitter Corner have a theme? Twitter Corner. If you have something to say to me, and you can fit it in a tweet, say it. If it takes 9 tweets, say it somewhere else. That's it. That's it. Just don't. I thought that might resonate. No one wants that in their feed. Like the guy with the parentheses, the 8 out of 9 guy. And first of all, feminism in the early 90s. Buddy, it's Twitter. It's a bumper sticker. Just say you like women. You don't have to say it 9 times. Or write a blog. No one will read it. That's the point. Just don't. I'm blocking everyone now. I block people.
How many a day? How many Harmon blocks?
I block more people than healthy people eat kale. I get up in the morning and I block. I start blocking. I just block. That's the end of that corner. All right, so a guy at the bar across the street, what was it, the Queen Moon and Sixpence? What's that place called?
The Moon and Sixpence or something?
There was a guy, so obviously because I'm doing a show here, some of you were drinking there tonight, and a lot of you came up to me and were very friendly to me and told me that you like me. And it was very wonderful, and I enjoy it, and I love your city, and I love you. There was a guy sitting next to me at the bar who, like 3 hours ago, obviously I've been drinking for 6 hours. And the guy the entire time was like, he's just this guy. I'm like, and he kept going like, what do you do? And it's like, I do a podcast, that's why they're saying these nice things to me. What's a podcast? well, it's a thing, and I have to explain it. And then he's like, so it's like radio? Like, no, it's not. I mean, yes, it's like radio. It's fine. Done. Forget it. Just, all you have to do is stop talking to me, and your troubles will be over. You don't have to. And he's like, so why are you famous, though? And I'm like, I'm not famous. I'm not. They're experiencing people coming up to me in this bar 2 blocks from the venue. They are excited to see the show. They're getting a drink before they go and line up. I'm not famous. I'm as famous as you are, kind of. Like, if you, like, wherever you work, if a lot of people worked there and you were going to go do karaoke, like, that's what's happening. Well, what's your name? My name is Dan Harmon. Well, how do you spell it? It's fucking, God damn it, what the fuck? I'm not allowed to do this to other people. Harmon. Well, I'm going to ask my son. My son's in college. Would my son hear of you? I said, I bet your fucking ass he has, motherfucker. Because I made an awesome...
That's how good I am at karaoke. Your son.
Yeah, I crossed the line there. I was like, I bet your son has. But then it was 3 hours later, the guy's like, well, I asked my son, and he said, I Googled him, and I had never heard of him. Fuck you. I don't know why I'm telling this story, but I was like, I never knew I wanted to be famous until I talked to this guy. It wasn't even a thing in my mind. I didn't want, the guy wants to be, clearly he wants to be famous, or his son does. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I was fine until I talked to that guy. I found the first dickhead in Portland is my story.
I love Portland. It's so fun here. We have to fly out.
Fuck Portland. Fuck this city! Let's burn this shithole down! Fuck Portland!
Let's all not get face tattoos. There's a lot of face tattoos here.
Hey, Portland, you guys have all seen Human Centipede 3, right? I did. I watched it.
Wait, there's a 3?
Yeah, there's 3.
What happens in 3?
In the third one, this was on my list of shit to talk about. Yeah, there's, okay, so Human Centipede 3. How many people have seen Human Centipede 1? I got some, it's like a 15% of the people here. Yeah, that was the 8%. How many people have seen Human Centipede 1 and 2? Just as a side note, how many people have seen Human Centipede 2 but not Human Centipede 1? They just jumped in the middle of the saga. Okay, no hands, no hands. So clearly there's a linear appeal. It's like Game of Thrones.
Number 2 really is The Empire Strikes Back of that whole thing.
You don't just jump in the middle. Okay, we know that. That's important for the research. Human Centipede 3, anybody see it? Okay, one hand. The guy from the first movie, is a prison warden in the third movie, and every movie adds more people. Like, there's 3 people in the first one, and there's like 24 people, I think, in the second one, and then this one's like a prison. It's like 500 people. So the guy from the first movie is a warden. He's a prison warden, Jeff. And he doesn't know how to run his prison.
So what does he do? Does he try to seek some solution to his prison problems?
He has this accountant who's like keeps telling him like, I'm telling you, and the accountant keeps showing him
We're feeding them too much, and there's too much poop.
He keeps showing him the first 2 Human Centipede
We have to cut down on the food and the poop waste.
The 5 people who raise their hands know that the Human Centipede saga has a weird meta-like thing going through it, where in each movie is about someone who's watched the previous movie. So the third movie is about a prison warden who is being told by his accountant, who has seen both of the previous movies, that this is the way to go and the prison warden is played by the same guy that played the doctor in the first movie. The guy who's like, yes, poop your diarrhea in the mouth behind you. Yes, I am a doctor. I love watching people poop into each other. That guy's a Texas warden in the third movie, and his accountant says, and I wrote it down, This is the defining moment. 45 minutes into Human Centipede 3. This is after we've watched the doctor try to castrate people, and he tries everything he can think of to be a good warden. And the accountant keeps going like, I'm telling you, and he keeps holding up the Human Centipede movies. And the warden keeps going, that's stupid. And you're supposed to be like, oh, this movie's so self-aware. 45 minutes into it, but it's not self-aware enough to not exist, which would be a truly, that would be a move on its part. It would be like, oh, I understand this movie shouldn't exist. But instead, the accountant, so I wrote this down. The accountant gets very frustrated, Jeff.
All right.
He loses his cool at 45 minutes. 45 minutes of castration and rape and horrible, just terrible,
so
Eli Roth, shit.
We're mid-second act or late second act here?
Well, I mean, let's be serious. Structure eludes the Human Centipede. It's not...
What would Joseph Campbell call this scene?
Well, I think Joseph Campbell would say, like the people in the movie, the Human Centipede movies themselves, experiment with what defines a movie. like the whole point of the movie is, oh, could you poop into a mouth? So, and I don't think a story even...
How many people are pooping into how many mouths in the third one?
I told you, 500.
500 people?
It's a prison full of people.
But it seems wouldn't the food, as the body digests whatever food comes through it, it would get less and less...
No, there's this focus in the movie about how medically accurate it is. And I can't tell if the director is, for real or not. I can't tell. Everything's very tongue-in-cheek, but the tongue is, poking through the cheek, and there's, a butthole where the tongue is in the cheek. I don't know if the guy's
the
really
movie is nothing if not tongue-in-cheek. It's
not.
all about being tongue-in-cheek.
So I have no idea. So I've watched all three of them, and at one point in the third movie, the accountant at the prison, he gets so fed up. 45 minutes into the hour, I think it's a 90-minute movie. Halfway through the movie. Putting this on structural levels of the first Hulk movie, where the Hulk appears in the third act. This guy, the accountant, goes and he just throws a Ned Beatty in Network fit, he does a little monologue, and he goes, and I wrote it down. I backed it up and I transcribed his monologue, and he says, By the way, the accountant is the guy from Human Centipede 2. For those 8 people who watched the second one, the guy in the black and white Human Centipede 2, which is the more pulpy, noirish one, he plays the accountant. So he goes, I have been trying to tell you for days now. I have the answer to all our problems. We've got to make a human centipede of our prisoners. Sewn ass to mouth. Sharing one digestive system. No more prison fights. No more assaults on guards. No more disrespect. They will literally be on their knees, begging you for mercy, and it's the ultimate deterrent for those considering a career in crime.
I think that should be the crawl at the beginning of the movie.
That should be the voiceover during the trailer. I hadn't shared that before, right? What's that? Okay. I don't know. The show's an alcoholic. I don't know.
I like your new glasses, Dan.
That's it. I got nothing. From now on, we're freewheeling. Oh. I can't. Yeah, I got glasses. Yeah, my eyeballs are not perfectly round. Big deal. So they told me you could...
For those not watching, Dan can't lift the mic higher in the mic stand.
Well, it's tight, and I couldn't loosen it. So my eyeballs aren't perfectly round. So when I look far away, like when I look at these people who came to the show late, I can't see, I guess, pixel perfect. I have a 1 pixel blur on everything, far away. So that's what these glasses are for.
You look good, though.
That's why I'm wearing them. It's not because it improves anything. It's
I told you earlier, I said, this Dan, the bespectacled Dan, is the Dan that will write movies.
I've started to notice that people are treating me different.
Yeah?
And so I'm now trapped in these glasses that actually make it very hard to function, like, within 8 feet. Like, I'm, like, tripping over things, but I'm like, everyone likes me now. And I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. I can see, okay, oh, look at that speaker. It's black. But the real thing is that bartenders are nice to me now. That's it. It's like a disguise. But I'm thinking, like, maybe I should, I don't know. I don't need glasses. I have 20/20 vision. All right. So I want to, what I would like to do is I'd like to do a little experiment. I'd like to take off all my clothes and show you my dick. And I'd like to ask you if it's big. And I'd like you to lie to me. I'd like you to say it's big. And the reason I want you to do that is because I think it's small. And I don't want to live in that world. So it's not so much an experiment as it is just sort of exercise in my dishonesty. I'm ashamed of my tiny penis.
When you say tiny, is it freak show tiny, or is it just regular?
Well, define freak show tiny.
I don't know.
We live in a world where nobody knows about each other's dicks. Like, we don't know what's going on. We've created a whole mythology. I don't know. We watch movies about guys with giant monster dicks. Are those regular-sized dicks? Yeah, see? I mean, what are those? Are they giant dicks? Are those regular-sized dicks? No, thank you. I don't know. And, like, women are also, like, kind of, like, pseudo-conditioned to, like, they know how fucked up we are about it, so they're also not honest about it. They know that they're not supposed to say whether they know if a dick is small or not. Admit it, right? You guys learned that early on in your life. Like 8 years old, you learned to lie about dicks. And men are also like, lie about my dick. Well, none of us in this room know what a dick is supposed to look like. Who here thinks they have a regular dick? Raise your hand if you have a regular dick.
There's two guys sitting right next to each other. Two guys, two really well-dressed gentlemen. Both very...
They are your brothers.
Your brothers?
Are you guys twins? Oh, okay.
Wait, get out on stage. Two brothers with regular dicks.
Okay, if you
want to. Regular dick brothers.
You always got to add if you want to.
Grab one or two mics, depending on...
I don't want anybody to ever say, well, I was forced up on stage.
All right, so you...
to talk about my dick.
First off, what are your names?
Joe.
Joe and?
Ian.
Joe and Ian. And you guys have various sorts... You're wearing similar shoes.
Yeah.
You both have nice brown shoes on. You're both well-dressed. You're both brothers. What's the age difference between you guys?
7 years.
Who's...
I'm the older.
You're the older.
The elder.
You're the younger.
That's it.
And you guys, when Dan said, who thinks they have a regular dick, as one, both of your hands went up as though he asked, what's 2 + 2?
So what, yeah.
Let's talk about all of that.
Okay. I reckon about 6.5 inches is average. And about the...
All right.
And about, let me explain the girth, too.
Woman that easily said, no, get up on stage. Get up on stage.
I'm estimating the girth to be about...
Fair, Joe and Ian. No, lady, come up here.
Because otherwise, you either come up or be quiet. You can't do that.
Yeah.
These guys are heroes. They're
seven on a good day when I'm well hydrated. Right. So, and about the girth of a roll of silver dollars. So.
Wait, what?
Silver dollars with Kennedy's? Like, Kennedy dollars. The girth, on average.
Wait, what?
A roll of silver dollars.
A roll of silver dollars?
Yeah. roll of coins.
How many,
not held a Kennedy?
How many silver dollars?
I'm
are in a
estimating.
roll?
I'm estimating there's about.
The diameter is a silver dollar.
Correct.
Oh,
Thank you.
diameter.
A Susan
Jesus
B. Anthony
Christ.
penis.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
Susan B. Anthony.
You're thinking of quarters. Those are quarters.
How many silver? Like how many?
What do you reckon? What do you reckon the roll of silver dollars is about 50 of them in there?
Pardon?
Oh, no. It'd be
$50 in the roll of silver dollars?
You have huge dicks. That's why you raised your hand.
I estimate average.
They're saying 6.5. I wouldn't call that huge dick. They're saying they're calling that median.
It's
and
the
a woman in the back.
diameter of a silver dollar.
A woman back there said, "Nope." She instantly said, "No dice."
The diameter of a silver dollar.
Her
and the length of what?
barometer is off. I'm just gonna guess.
Oh well, she's not.
She
coming
needs
up here.
recalibration.
You guys have our respect because you're up here. So
Now, okay, I have 3 million questions. I'm going to start with. I'm going to pick one at random. Do you guys know what each other's dick looks like?
No.
No, not adult. No.
But you guys both raised. Raised your hands and didn't even look at the other guy. You guys both knew that we were brothers. We got the same dick.
Genetic confidence.
well, they didn't.
I mean, I'll jump in and say,
All right, please.
We have a pretty similar mindset.
Yeah.
I think that you influenced me growing up.
Both of you.
Oh Christ.
By
like a
applause,
pain in the
you're Ian. You're Joe. That's Ian.
That's right.
By applause, who thinks Ian has the bigger dick of the two?
I just got a text
Okay.
message. I think
That's
somebody
not
telling-
important.
Hey, by applause, who thinks Ian has the bigger dick?
That's not,
Wow.
all right. Well,
Now,
I guess I'm fine.
Joe, is he? Are they right?
You said Ian twice, which doesn't help. Right now, he probably does.
so are you guys right now? Are either of you like hard?
No.
Because I don't know. Also, how do you? All right. No. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Also, I would just say, look at body language. This guy's sitting with legs wide open. Ian over there got his legs
That's
crossed.
yeah, definitely. Well, obviously
They're
the
linen
audience.
pants. So.
Something to hide, or he's afraid of showing how big that fucking dick is with those fucking, with that tan suit on.
All right. So I just want to I want to get back to this metric thing.
Okay.
The diameter of a silver dollar.
Oh.
That's upsetting to me. And tell me about the length. The length.
6.5.
What does that mean? 6.5 silver dollars?
No. 6 inches.
Well, I don't know what that. What is
The
that?
king's-
half
the king's
a foot.
inches.
Like, I mean, what is that? I mean,
It's just over half a foot, Dan.
that's just. I want to go call Aaron and apologize. I don't think I have a very big penis. And I
There's
think
no
that
such thing as
All
a
right,
big
Dan.
penis, Dan.
I think she puts up with a lot.
No.
Well, don't say it like that. I mean, just like if I'm telling you that my dick is small, it's small. What you should say is, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You shouldn't say it right after I tell you to say it. You should figure out how to convince me of it. So you guys are brothers, and you've never looked at each other's dicks. The audience thinks that the brother who talks less and keeps his legs open has a bigger dick. That's easy to understand.
I didn't realize that's where we landed on that, but all right.
It's is there any, you're not gonna you guys won't show us your dicks, will you?
Oh.
We could make podcast history tonight.
I mean, like, that's not. Am I allowed to ask?
You're okay to ask.
Like, I'm not saying you have to do it.
I think the state of Oregon might have something to say about that.
But I feel like we have a private podcast network. We're streaming.
I think Erin's a lucky woman no matter what.
Thank
frankly,
you,
so.
Nigel. Thank you.
Someone just yelled, change the subject. Joe and Ian, everybody. Joe and Ian,
All
thank you so
right,
much for
yeah.
coming up, fellas.
Thank you, guys.
That's been Dick Talk
The Dick
with
Brothers.
Joe and Ian.
Those guys are. That's a spin-off.
You know what?
Those guys are. There's something weird going on there.
I'm willing to believe they're not actually brothers.
I think they're like time travelers, or that's weird.
I think
they drink at the same time. They drink.
I think they're like maybe a
they
local morning radio show.
Yeah, like Mike and Amy. What's the deal with Mike and Amy? They're all over town. Anyways, you guys don't want to see my dick, do you? Oh, you do.
I think you owe it. I think you owe it to them, Dan.
Ridiculous. Like terrible, terrible, terrible society. Have some respect. I think we should early on bring up Spencer Crittenden because he's.
Oh yeah.
Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers. Super Adventure Brothers.
Got adventure. Okay, I'm sorry. So that Human Centipede movie, they don't have any human centipedes that are like a full circuit, do they?
No, they never.
See, that's the third fucking movie, right? First, human centipede, then giant human centipede, then fucking human centipede that's rolling all over Manhattan.
Connect it, yeah.
Yeah, it's efficient. You can move in a circle. You just have to ab exercises. You'll be rolling up and down the city, no crawling around. It's all communication. That's what I'd do if I had a human centipede.
But I told you guys this.
I'd name it Perry.
I feel like did I talk about human centipede already? Yes.
Yeah.
On the last.
No, just today, just earlier.
Oh no,
today.
Tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that fucked up.
Whoa, Dan.
I meant a week ago. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, I did, didn't I? No, but I was just like, so I didn't tell you guys, like, when so Eric Roberts plays the governor in the third one. Eric Roberts, which makes him either the most interesting actor in the world or obviously in a lot of tax problems. And he comes at the, I don't want to spoil anything, but
I think it's fine.
But it turns out a bunch of people get sewn ass to mouth in a chain. And Eric Roberts comes to the prison, and he's the governor, and he wants to know what they've done to solve their problems. And the guy shows him, and he makes this speech, the doctor, and the warden says, and he goes, yes, feed. And then I wrote this monologue down. And he goes, and so Eric Roberts, since he's gotten to the prison, has not said a word at all.
Okay.
He's just walked in, and it's just Eric Roberts walking and watching as this guy he gives him a tour of 500 people sewn ass to mouth. And then,
how are those stored exactly? Is it like zigzag back and forth?
Yeah, it's a Photoshop of guys. Yeah.
And so they're like looking through a window or something.
Yeah, it's like a noodle of guys, yeah.
Okay.
In a prison yard. And it's clearly photoshopped and it's lame. So he walks along the chain of them and he goes, yes, feed. A Jew behind a Muslim behind a Jew, a Republican behind a Mexican.
Whoa! Arizona.
A Crip behind a Blood. He never counters the Mexican and the Republican thing. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. And then Eric Roberts says his first line, which is, oh, this is too much. This is too much, says Governor Eric Roberts.
This really is the living end.
This is too much. Anyways, I thought it was a charming film.
So, I think I'm surprised that you curled up in bed and watched Human Centipede 3.
Erin was out of town, and I don't know. I like watching horror movies when she's out of town, and I've always wondered if you could eat diarrhea, and if you did, could you poop it into another person's mouth, and if that person could poop it into another person's mouth, and if that could happen for 497 other people. and what would happen to the 497th person.
Oh, so what happens in the movie? Like, what happens
They
to
don't
those
address
500?
it. They don't address the one thing that you're wondering about, which is, could this actually happen?
No, I'm not wondering that. Well, I would just... He shows the 500-man centipede, and then where does he go from there? They try to escape, or what?
No.
So, yeah, so he goes home and makes toast, or what happens?
The protagonist is the prison warden.
Yeah, so what does he do from then on, or is that the end?
That's Eric Roberts looks at it. Are you guys cool with me spoiling the movie?
It's human centipede.
Eric Roberts looks at it and goes, "This is too much," and then he says something like, "God damn," and then he leaves.
And that's...
The prison warden like shoots the doctor that helped him do it. Eric Roberts comes back and goes, "You know what? This is the best."
So it's like a Twilight Zone moment with the broken
it's
glasses?
like an O. Henry novel, but with no stakes. Yeah. Like, because the guy's like, because Eric Roberts doesn't come back and go, "You know what? This is the best." What? You shot the doctor? It doesn't.
Are they trying to rehabilitate the prisoners in any way? Like,
Yes.
Does number 118 eat enough poop and go, I'm ready to go straight?
Oh, there's another part to it, which is that there's what do you do with the death row people and the life sentence people? And he made a human, what does he call it? Human caterpillar, which means he cuts off their arms and legs. So there's just like, that's just an extra thing. And I'm going to shock you guys and tell you it's worth watching this movie. Because I think they're in labs right now smashing particles together because they want to know what happens when you do something terrible, and we learn about how the universe works because you smash two atoms together, it goes, and they go like, "Oh, what's that? It's a quark. It's a sub-boson." What are you going to watch Robert Zemeckis movies your whole life? You're not going to learn what life is. You watch Human Centipede, I think you gain some insight into, I don't know. It's not a popular opinion, but I think it's an important film.
Is it a closed circuit?
The movie? No, it's on Netflix and... Oh, Jeff.
No, I mean, didn't you say earlier that there was a ring of people all going in a thing?
No, yeah, there's a final guy and he poops. But they never show that part.
There's a front guy that
What?
eats.
They never show that part. They don't show, is that guy's poop extra poopy?
There's no way.
Probably just water.
There's no way, no matter how much you fed the first prisoner, that it's going to make that food will make it to the 500th guy.
I'm saying the same thing you're saying, yeah. And I feel like the movie is like, I actually felt in the third one, I felt like you could feel like the director's heart wasn't in it. Like he was just doing it for the fans. It's season 6 Community, kind of like. I'm sorry.
It's funny because it's true.
They loved it.
No,
I guess.
thanks, guys. Thanks. Did you feel like I sewed the ass of Community to its own mouth enough until the show was eating poop, and you could let it go? All right. So here's the thing about tonight's show. Terrible. Got nothing to do. But from terrible shows come
Terrible pizza. No. Okay.
wishful thinking on Spencer's part.
Can we bum people out and tell them who didn't appear on the show tonight?
Well, we were going to have Kid and Play, but I think, yeah, I know.
We were going to have Kid and Play.
I'm
That's
pretty
more
sure.
people than I thought.
I feel like Play hates Kid. I really do. I really do.
I wasn't there. I didn't see
And
it.
I was like actually kind of relieved that they didn't show up because the tension is unbearable. I feel like Play hates Kid. Play hates Kid. He really does. It's the God's honest truth. It's not. It sounds like a joke you'd make.
Do you feel like if Kid and or Play were out here right now that you could hold your own in a rap battle with either Kid or Play?
Well, I feel like if you played a rap beat for me right now, I could beat them in a rap battle. because they're not here. I don't know. They'll never know.
Should we find out if there maybe is a local freestyler here that wants to come up and...
No.
I mean,
Let me rap.
You seem pretty confident right now that you have the goods.
Just let me lay down a bass line.
But you don't want to know if anyone out here...
Just let me rap.
Okay. Do you want party beep beep, or do you want something else?
Party beat?
The party. I call it the party beep beep song.
Family.
It's family.
All right, yeah, okay.
All right, so what the fuck is it? Pardon me. What the fuck?
All right.
There's these YouTube. Well, you rap.
Rock. Yo. When you go to sleep at night, you see beep beep toot toot. Me standing over your bed with a beat. Toot toot toot. Family, I'm standing over your bed, holding a bee, staring at you.
Let's hear some rap now. Let's hear some rap.
Yo, go into your house. Gonna fuck your mom with a mouse. Gonna use it as my dick. 4 legs, but it's a stick. It's a mammal, too. Fucking your mama. What you gonna do? Do it on your living room floor or in your kitchen? Fuck your mama. Quit your bitching. I'm gonna do your dishes afterwards. Gonna fuck your mama with my turds. Poop into my hand. Shove it up her pussy. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's terrible. Didn't mean to say that. My name is MC John. I'm gonna, please hold your applause for the end. So, hold on, sorry. I know you get excited. Hold on. My name's MC John, but just take it easy for a second. Hold on. My name is MC John. I'm gonna mow your lawn. Fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your golf caddy. Toot toot, beep beep. Fuck your mama on the street. Fuck your mama like her name was Meryl Streep. Gave her an Oscar, gave her an Emmy. Fuck your mama. Oh shit, why am I facing this way? I had my eyes closed the whole time. I rapped so hard that I ended up like looking 45 degrees that way.
I think you might have beaten Kid, but not Play.
Yeah, one of those guys sucks, you know it. All right, let's meet some people tonight. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry I got so drunk, you guys. Who's a terrible person? Who's the worst person ever? That guy's hand went up first.
45 hands went up. I love that.
Well, everybody feels like they're a bad person.
Yeah. I'd just like to say, anytime anyone blocks anyone on Twitter, that person deserved it. I'm sorry. I see all these people. Why'd you block me? I don't know. I'm sure you deserved it.
Well, let's hear his story. Do you want to come up?
Let's work it out.
Let's hear it. This guy's been blocked by Spencer on Twitter. Yo, he's blocked by Spencer. Oh, fuck.
He can't read my tweet to Spencer.
What's your name, sir?
Mark.
Pardon?
Mark.
Mark. Hello, Mark.
This guy. No, I don't know.
It was brief. He doesn't actually remember me.
What did you tweet?
It was during the Ferguson riots.
Yeah, I get worked up over those.
Neither of us are racist at all. That's why I kind of feel bad about it, because we're kind of on the same side. But he tweeted some Martin Luther King quote that made it sound like he would have loved the riots, and I disagreed, and we got in a little argument, and then he was... I didn't even realize he blocked me until like months later, actually, and I tried to tweet at him.
That's how I do it. I don't do it right away. You think everything's cool, and then fuck.
He might not even have done it that night. He might have just... I don't know if he was just thinking about it for a while or what, but at some point he went back.
This feels like a particular tragedy because you guys both love Martin Luther King.
I don't think it's a tragedy. I just think it's life, man. People drift in and out. Sometimes you catch a wave. Sometimes you catch the beach. I just think that life is okay. I don't know. So that sounds vaguely familiar. Here's the thing about Martin Luther King. He says that people, riots aren't great, but people only do it when literally nothing else has worked thus far. I think it's pretty valid. Also, I think that white people shouldn't be talking about what Martin Luther King meant if it's not in the support of black people. Like maybe he said stuff that wouldn't support black people in their struggles, but I'll wait for a black guy to say that, and that might be racist, I'll admit it. I guess it's not.
Spencer's admitting he's racist. What do you have to say?
I agree with that. Well, the second point's kind of weird because he's the one quoting him, but the first point I agree with, but we weren't able to talk about it further.
And you know what? I think that's fine. I'm fine with the outcome. No offense.
Because you got blocked, so the discussion had to cease. You must have said something fucked up.
Will you accept my apology, Spencer?
What's up?
Will you accept my apology?
Yeah, no, it's not like I'm like super upset. It's just when I block someone, I'm like, am I gonna lose by not having to see this guy's tweets anymore? And that's a very high bar. It honestly is. Like, yeah. I mean, Dan might pass that bar, but very few people. And Dan's a great tweeter. He's great on Twitter. But yeah, it's just that. It's like if someone sends me a tweet that like makes me upset or sad, it's like, I don't want to feel like that anymore. Oh,
that's
wait,
my
I don't
new
have
rule.
to.
I don't get on Twitter for this.
Yeah.
But that's what I tell people. I don't
and
get
it's
on
really,
Twitter for
it
this.
really isn't personal. It's just, it's a knee-jerk reaction.
You didn't get on Twitter for that?
I didn't take it.
Boo! Boo! No. Okay.
Mark,
no, I didn't take it personally, but don't you think that's what isn't at its, well, maybe not at its best, because that can get ugly, and maybe it did, but don't you think that's what social media could be
I do
good
not
for?
think Twitter is for discussions of any sort. No, I think it's a
it's
terrible
not for,
medium for discussing.
I agree with that.
Facebook, great for yelling at people.
Yeah, Twitter's like skywriting. You write it in the sky and it blows away, and let that be the end of it.
Yeah, and if you feel differently, then you tweet differently. Yeah. You don't have to tell a guy he's wrong on Twitter.
Or you could. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
But he'll block your ass.
Yeah. I mean,
like your name, like your name was Lego.
But isn't that a couple steps better than just hashtag that awkward moment and that kind of stuff?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
There's some. I think it's at least creating some discussion, even if it was abruptly.
It's not creating good discussion. It's creating very vitriolic, disjointed, hard to follow discussion that probably drives people against each other more than it brings them together.
I really want to know what the fucking tweet was, because I bet you $1 million your tweet was dickish.
It was. I mean, obviously.
It was not fucking. You were not George Plimpton going like, no, have you considered this?
He's wearing a Celtic shirt. You know it was fucking
Spencer
dickish,
would not block you.
I'm from Boston.
He didn't block you because you were like, oh, have you considered this, or that you made a boo-boo.
I can't quote it verbatim, but I can pretty much tell you what it said. He quoted the thing that's, like you said, he was fully truthful. What Martin Luther King said, when nothing else riots, all that's left, and it'll have to do, basically. That's also not verbatim. But
no, it's not. I never claimed it was.
And then I said, I'm not sure he would have really said,
because the FBI murdered him.
And then I said, I'm not sure.
You said, wait, sorry, what? You said you're not sure that he would have.
That's exactly what he was saying. And then Spencer said, "Fuck off, man," and some other stuff. And then,
did you say "fuck off, man"?
I might have. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
All right.
Mark,
I know it looks bad,
what's your Twitter handle so we can all follow you and then block you the next day?
Do you really want me to plug it?
Do you have? You don't have to. You don't have to.
Almost as a social experiment, I'd like to see what kind of tweets I
Sure.
get. Sure.
It's totally up to you.
It's at Nutpenny's Boat, but the O's are zeros.
At
it's a lost
mumble,
reference.
Mumble.
It's not.
At
12 people
Norman
got
is
it.
Bow. What?
At not Penny's Boat.
All right.
So that's at N0TPENNYSB0AT.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
yeah.
Mark,
you
everybody.
guys
Mark,
can now
thank you,
follow
sir.
him.
He deserved it.
And if he makes sense to you, you can petition Spencer.
Hey,
Maybe.
man, I don't want ill will. Like I said, I block people on Twitter just because I don't want to feel bad.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
You're like me.
Yeah, Devin Faraci, you know, he gets a lot of Twitter hate. He was yelling, "Oh, you think that blocking people who shoot abuse at you is creating an echo chamber? Why don't I come and stop your house from being an echo chamber by calling your kids pieces of shit every single second of the day?"
Yeah.
It's valid.
Well, why does anybody on Twitter get on Twitter?
For me,
So does everyone? Is Twitter like
pug pictures
Is the slogan of Twitter? Hey, confront your
heroes.
self.
Confront your heroes.
Confront your hypocrisy. Get on Twitter. That's why everyone's on Twitter, right? Because it's a big opportunity to be told you're a piece of shit, right? That's why everyone with 130 followers gets on Twitter, because they love hearing that they're a big, giant piece of shit every day.
And just to be clear, that's not this guy's crime. He was much more reasonable.
No, I'm sure, yeah, no.
I find that Twitter
Just to be clear.
Twitter is the perfect place to tell me that they don't like what I'm doing with Teen Wolf on MTV.
Is there anybody, this is an interesting segment, is there anybody here in Portland that, have I blocked anybody that, I don't know, felt unfairly blocked or, okay, good, that's nice, it's Portland, see, they're all cool. Say what?
I've blocked people who try to tell me that Hitler was an atheist.
Oh, you've blocked people that tried to tell you that Hitler was an atheist.
Why do people keep telling you that?
Do you run some kind of Hitler museum?
No, I'm telling you, Hitler was a God-fearing man.
What sort of garden have you tilled that makes that flower grow?
Also, that was such a sticking point for you that you yelled it out in an almost totally unrelated context. We're like, speaking of the internet.
I think,
which is fine. You're fine.
You're
You're a good person.
We should all block people who try to convince us that Hitler was an atheist, because that seems like a terrible waste of time.
Yeah, you should never try to convince anybody that Hitler was anything. I think
he was into the occult and all sorts of weird shit, right?
Wait, so are you saying that Hitler's an atheist?
No, he's saying Hitler's not.
Sounds like what you're saying,
That's
bro.
what he's saying, though, right?
It sounds like what you're saying, man. Methinks you protest too much about Hitler's atheism.
No, obviously Hitler was a Catholic, right?
Yeah, like all of us.
He was Church of England all the way, man.
Church of England?
He was Church of England. He was COE all the way. Also, Hitler didn't drink, but there's a picture of him with a Fernet Branca in front of him. He drank, I love Fernet Branca. He drank a Fernet Branca before every speech, apparently, to settle his nerves. So, he also drank.
Didn't he do coke? I always imagine him doing coke before those speeches.
Hitler used to do coke off Rommel's tits before every speech.
All right, speaking of Hitler, hey, Malcolm, are you out there? Where are you, Malcolm? Is that you?
He's there.
Would you be willing to come up here and be made a little bit of fun of? All right, Malcolm, come up here.
The crowd says yes.
This is Malcolm. Malcolm is 11 years old. Malcolm was here. You grab one of these microphones.
Malcolm, you're 11?
Well, no, I'm being facetious.
Oh.
Malcolm is a star child who was put in charge of me. You're like an intern or a volunteer that works for the festival?
No.
Okay.
I already like Malcolm.
First of all, as I keep telling you, calm down. So you're not a volunteer for the festival?
Well, I offered to be a volunteer, and I showed up, and then was asked to, if you need anything, get you that thing.
Is this mic on, or is he being that subtle?
He's not doing a bit. This is why I wanted to bring him up.
He's holding the mic far away.
So when your parents
It's not omnidirectional.
conceived,
It's a callback to last week.
your parents were both on Xanax when you were conceived, is my theory. He's unflappable.
He's like Rick Ocasek without the pizzazz.
You don't have.
Wait. If I could take me. Malcolm, I've not met you. I have no horse in this race. I didn't hear what you said because you said it very softly. You offered to be a volunteer, but then what happened?
I showed up as a maybe volunteer, and they asked me to, if you need anything, get you that thing.
What?
I still have no idea what's going on. They asked you to be a volunteer, and then
Are you mad or happy right now? Do you know what those words mean?
Dan, how did you guys
Are you
meet? Dan, what's your origin story with Malcolm?
This is it. This is why I wanted to share. Isn't this interesting?
But how did you first? Where did your paths first cross?
You've been told you're interesting, right? Like,
Yes.
you're not. You don't. You don't feel bullied right now, right? Like that would not be a thing I would want to do.
No.
Okay. Like you feel celebrated because that is what I want to do.
I,
You're
I,
very
I think
interesting.
we're all on Malcolm's side right now.
Yes, he's the hero. But we all want to know what is happening in your bloodstream. How do we get this way?
Hemoglobin is in there.
Hemoglobin.
They're doing their thing.
It's true. I think he
other
doesn't
blood
have
cells.
adrenaline. Oh, sorry.
You don't have adrenaline. That's the working theory. You don't have an adrenaline gland.
See?
Is there a, since you're a good sport and came up here and were exploited, is there a, but I almost hesitate to ask this because I feel like it's just going to backfire. Is there an ambition that you have? Nope.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What did you think he was going to say? Oh yeah,
I want to be a veterinarian. I love
I'm
animals.
just here. What do you want?
So, all right.
Dan, where did you guys first meet?
He was assigned to me by the festival.
In what
Said,
capacity?
Anything you need, Malcolm will get it. Right? And then I
You're an adult.
And
you
he's
haven't needed anything.
I haven't really needed a lot.
You got
It's a
this.
dream gig.
You got this.
Right. A little bit of Kettle One.
I know how that is.
Malcolm, how old are you, if we may ask?
22.
That's the best answer he could have said. Malcolm, what's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning and puts you to sleep at night? Do you have like an overriding passion, like music or literature, or a certain love of your life of any sort? Or are you this self-contained at all times?
I guess I'm just not ready to die yet.
I don't. Was that an answer to the question?
It was no.
And yet, it's an important thing to say.
No
I'm
question.
not ready to die yet.
Malcolm, is that your way of saying that you're afraid to die?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay,
Now,
good.
well, is there
You
something?
do have fear. You have fear.
Okay, Malcolm, I'll follow up on that. Is there something that you're afraid before you die that you didn't do or didn't see or accomplish or experience?
No.
Is there a specific way you're afraid to die?
What's the word? Okay. Would you rather burn to death or drown?
Drown.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I feel like the point of losing consciousness would occur sooner.
Malcolm, are you in a band? Because if not, you need to be in a fucking band. And also, I want to be in that band.
What's the bend?
Oh, the bend.
Do you play anything? Are you musical at all?
Oh, no.
No. If you could play an instrument, what would you pick?
It's a piano.
Why would you say it like that?
I just gotta be a little weird.
Are you a Bill Hader character?
Is there any truth, sir, to the allegations that you are in fact a Bill Hader character?
You seem like, all right. So you're 22. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You're not ready to die because you're afraid to die, but not because you would regret not having done something. But you want to live. You want to be. You want to exist.
Yeah, you asked what gets me out of bed. It's like, oh, well, I'm here.
Yeah. Right. Not ready to die.
I guess I'll go do a thing.
Is there anything that makes you laugh out loud? Like, do you ever, at any point in the day or the week or the month, like belly laugh at anything?
Oh, yeah.
What makes you laugh? Anything in particular, or just the random things?
All right, cool. Mo for me.
See, this is what I've suspected.
What?
This is what I've suspected.
I couldn't hear.
He's answering different questions than the one being asked.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
He said more for me.
More for me? More comedy for you?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like it's like a sort of like Dao De Jing kind of like
What if
your
he's-
mind comes to a halt. And
What if he can see like the future, like, and he sees like questions before you ask him, and that's what's taking him so long to figure it all out?
You asked me what would make me laugh, and I said a thing, and I don't know if you noticed, but I laughed.
More for him.
More for you then. All right. Well, I mean, he's been a
I
good
like
sport.
this guy.
We don't want to like.
Malcolm, because you seem, and this is not like, I like you. I like on site. I like you all the way through this whole thing because you seem like a cool dude. Like in the whatever it is you're hiding, I don't think you're hiding much. And I mean, I think whatever it is you're concealing, it's nothing that you'd probably share anything that we'd asked you if we asked you the right questions.
You're not hiding anything, are you? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know what I'm hiding.
What's the dark side of Malcolm? Is it like what's you at your worst? What's your behavior when you're ashamed of what you just did?
I get quiet.
All right. Well, I mean,
Oh, shame on you then.
he's been a good sport. Let's not torture him.
No, I could seriously talk to him for the rest of the night, but let's get.
If you see Malcolm out there, buy him a drink. He's
Malcolm, will you do me a favor and move to Los Angeles and come be on the show every week?
Yeah,
so we
I'm
can,
sure we'll all be working for you because I guess that's
Malcolm, everybody.
Malcolm, thank you, Malcolm. Thank you for coming out.
The enigmatic.
You did it. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not going to sleep well tonight. I didn't get enough fucking answers.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I think if our podcast had done a gig in Columbine at the right time, we could have saved a lot of lives.
I don't
That's
know.
all I kept thinking.
I look at him and I see like a Ramon and a Rick Ocasek and like
Oh, really? Well, we didn't
a
ask
Gary Newman. I see like people that like kind of live in their own internal worlds that all of a sudden are volcanoes of some sort of artistic
Well,
expression.
did you guys see the Cobain documentary?
I haven't.
Maybe Malcolm is a new Cobain. Maybe he's struggling with stomach pain and he can't wait to try heroin and blow his brains out. And write some great songs. That was a great documentary.
Dan, can I make a little interlude here and talk about a place that I went to today before coming here and meeting you at the little bar over there. It's a place I have not been to in 6 years. It's a strip club called Union Jack's. Are you guys familiar with Union Jack's? Union Jack's is a great little strip club, and, especially in the daytime. When I went in there today, I was the only guy in there, and I was wearing a suit, as I do. And there was one girl on stage, and she wasn't the thinnest of strippers, but she was having the most fun, and I loved her, and she was fantastic. And she was teaching another stripper out on the floor, out in the bar, how to twerk. And then another stripper came in like off the street, like she was coming on, like she was on duty. Now there's 3 of them, and I came back from the bathroom, so I got in line with them, and we're all twerking together. I found out I twerked better than one of them, but worse than the other 2. Then one girl came in, and she had her arm in a cast. And she got up on stage, and she's like, hey, can I do the double lampshade? Like she named some dance move. And no, you can't do that with your broken arm. But she was doing it. It was the greatest fucking thing in the world. So there were strippers with like eye patches and fucking knee braces and broken arms. And everybody was twerking. And they also, I told them, they said, what are you doing in town? I said, I do a comedy show. They said, bring everybody back afterwards. I go, well, our fans are a little socially awkward. They go, we love socially awkward. So we're all going to Union Jack's, and we're all just going to get lap dances together. Yeah? I'm going. Malcolm, you in? Wait, is that Malcolm? He raised his voice. I got a hoot. Malcolm, if nothing else happens this weekend, you and I are going to a strip club together.
Oh shit! Is Ollie here? Ollie, you're not here, are you?
Who?
I think our friend Ali couldn't get into the show. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ali.
Also, I want to thank Ben for giving us cool records before the show. Ben, you out there? Thank you, brother. Ben gave me a groovy Everly Brothers thing, and was it called Hidden Christians or Secret Christians or Nervous Christians? I never heard of them, but it sounds groovy.
All right. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to show you guys my dick.
Oh, I forgot to tell you one last thing about the strip club.
Okay.
One
more thing.
While you look for that, the reason I brought that up, I forgot. One of the strippers there looks exactly like it's Suicide Girls, like tattooed kind of punk rock chicks. If a stripper was a suicide girl but looked exactly like King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. And when we go there later on, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
That sounds really great, right?
Yeah.
Like as a girl, that's great.
Yeah. It gave me the strangest half erection of my life.
Okay. So did I talk about this? I got very drunk a couple weeks ago, and this is a confession. This is the confession segment. This is called Rock Bottom, Moment of Clarity, Intervention.
Do you want some music?
Yeah, it's a new segment because I'm not proud of these moments. Actually, can you keep this playing? This is perfect. Just keep playing. Okay. So here's what happened. I'm gonna go through it fast, but when I go through it fast, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Why did that happen?" The answer is because clearly I'm an alcoholic.
This track is 3.5 minutes long.
I had a few guests over at my house, and I farted while backing out of the room. Did you stop it, or is it still playing? Okay. And
the song just listened to your story.
And as soon as I farted, everyone in the room went, "Oh!" Which was crazy because it felt like the fart moved at the speed of light. And I was like, because I was leaving the room to fart. And I was like, "You guys smell that?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then one of them said, Dustin was there, our producer. I'm farting now as I say this story, but that's not important.
Just to lend the story verisimilitude. I heard it.
Did you hear it? You could hear it?
Oh, no.
You heard it? How did you hear it?
I heard it.
Really?
I'm sitting 12 feet away from you.
That's crazy. Okay. Okay, that's distracting.
The track has 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. 2 minutes, 10. You want to start over?
Wait, what?
The track is only 2 minutes long.
Oh, shit. Okay. No, yeah. Okay, so I'm humiliated by this story, although that all overshadowed everything. I was backing out of the room and I farted, and then everyone went, "Ugh," and I was like, "You can smell that?" And someone said, "Yeah, did you shit your pants?" And I said, No. This is how drunk I was. I went into my bedroom and I took off my pants and my underwear, and I was gonna put on pajamas, but instead I walked back into the living room with my underwear to show my house guests that I hadn't shit my pants. And Dustin was there, and his girlfriend Elizabeth, who's like half my age, and I was like wearing a t-shirt, and she was like, no, and I was like, no, I didn't shit my pants. And I was like 6 years old, like showing them. And everyone was like, get out of here. We can see your balls. That's what they kept saying. We can see your balls.
Wait, you came back in with nothing on?
I had a t-shirt on. I thought it covered my balls.
Oh, no. What?
And I'm not bragging. I guess they could still see my balls.
That's something you'd risk?
But it's not, I'm not bragging.
That is certainly not bragging, sir.
But I was that drunk. Like, that's kids, like, don't drink that much. And I went back in and I put on my pajamas and I came back in and I was like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And I kept going, I wanted you to know I didn't shit my pants. And they're like, why did you have to Why couldn't you just say that you didn't shit your pants? I was like, I didn't think you'd believe me. And they were like, why couldn't you put on pants to come out and show us you didn't shit your pants? And I said, because if I took too long, you'd think I just grabbed fresh underwear to fool you. Because I was 6 years old in that moment. I was like, it was insane. Like, you guys should not drink as much as you do, is the point of my story. Like, you should be careful. You should take it easy. I'm fine. But you guys are young and you can improve yourselves. Anyway.
If you had shit your pants, would you walk back in and show them that you had, or no?
No, I would have hit it. I would have thrown them out the window.
Now, Dan, our time is short here. Should we get into a little shadow run or no?
Oh yeah. How much time do we have left?
Huh? It's
25.
We have like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Can I tell you one more thing about the movie Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke? There's a Daybreakers is about vampires. In the future, Daybreakers. Vampires, or as we call them, daybreakers, have taken over the world, and so humans are a minority, and we're using them for their blood. And Ethan Hawke is a phlebotomist, I guess you'd call him. He's a blood specialist, right. And he's talking to his partner in a blood lab, and he goes like, he's working really hard to come up with a synthetic form of blood because he loves humans and he doesn't think we should farm humans. And his partner goes like, yeah, come on, we're ready to go with the synthetic blood. The animal testing's almost finished. And as he says that, he hands Ethan Hawke a headshot of a chimpanzee with fangs. That's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. It's like the best movie that's ever been made.
Sounds good.
We're almost done with the animal testing. Chimpanzee with fangs. It's like a... Why does the chimpanzee have a headshot? It's like fangs.
Was it an 8x10 black and white? Like
what? Yeah, it's black. It was black and white. Yes.
8x10.
Yes, 8x10, black and white headshot of a chimpanzee with fangs.
It said William Morris Agency at the bottom.
Well, yeah, it did not say that. Yeah, special talents, Russian accent, can swim. All right. So, all right. Now that's it. That's all I wanted to tell Portland.
I said we play a little shadow run, and I mean, is it a good idea by applause or a bad idea if we bring Malcolm up to play shadow run with us?
No, yeah, no. Malcolm, come up.
Malcolm, would you mind coming up?
Malcolm's gonna play, and then we should balance it out. Aaron told me I shouldn't ask for always women, like, because it's like, oh, women are, because she saw Mad Max and she's like, well, women aren't. But I was like, well, yeah, but women. She said, like, well, when Demorge isn't there, you don't ask for a black guy to come up. And I was like, well, race is an artificial construct. Gender is not. Kaboom. We need women up here.
All right, get the fuck up here. Right. I like that sort of initiative.
You better not be black, is my point. Better not be black.
Wait, is that Nancy?
That's Nancy.
Nancy, who we met earlier. Hello, Nancy. If you get a chance afterwards, smell Nancy. She smells terrific.
Oh yeah, she did. Or is that you with the super dimples? Yeah. Look at those dimples.
I think it's super nipples.
Nancy, you get those super nipples?
Those two.
Let's do it.
Her nipples, silver dollars. That's a callback. It's a callback to the Dick Brothers.
I know it is.
That's the average nipple size.
Is it right?
Yeah, silver dollar.
That doesn't matter, right?
Are you above or below average, Nancy? Above or below average nipple size?
I don't know. Is that the average size?
You said it with assurance. I'll change the subject. All right. Spencer, would you mind? I'll come over there and pass out the things.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Is this enough people, or do you want any other performers up
This
there?
is plenty.
Is my dick big enough?
Yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter.
You want to be, who should be, Camille or Demorge? Or
Demorge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Malcolm should be Demorge.
You're Hortigard. You're Dan Harmon.
But your dick... It can be small. And you can still be satisfying. to people
Yep.
that you sleep with. I'm sure if it's huge, that's great. I'm sure that's great. But it's not that big a deal.
I'm freaking out a little
It's not that
trying
big
to
a deal.
understand this.
It doesn't need to be big all the time, is my point.
Some people report discomfort with overly large-sized members.
Spencer Crittenden reporting.
Yep. Just looked it up.
Spencer, is it true they call you Coke Can?
Huh? What? Oh, no, I mean, I'd say mine's probably, what, 5.5 is average, right? That's not what mine is.
These guys said 6.5.
Yeah, and I would dispute that. I'd say 5.5 is more. I'm not saying that's mine. I'm saying I think that's what average is. A bit under average. Yeah, like, yeah, with, you know, decimal points.
It's hard to say.
6.5 sounds like a lot.
6.5 is above average.
My dick is shaped exactly like an
and
ampersand.
The silver dollar thing, silver dollar is above average girth. Absolutely. Absolutely. Silver dollars are fucking giant. Oh, okay, 50 cent piece. Wait, what? Yeah, Kennedy, he's got a big dick.
Okay, guys, look. We don't have a whole lot of show left. Let's all go to Union Jacks and take our dicks out. We'll fucking settle this shit later on. All right, Spencer, do we have a guest Shadowrun recapper?
Yeah, this is Teo from Finland again.
No, wait, Malcolm, how big's your dick?
3.
Diameter. He's saying diameter.
Yeah.
Radius.
3 radians.
Radius. They call him the trash can lid.
800.
Super wide, but not very long.
capsaicin.
All right, are you ready, Spencer?
Sure.
Let's do this.
Last time on Harmontown, the gang was outside Mind Plus Limited where they cooked up an ingenious infiltration. Jim Nightblade pretended to have a cybernetic seizure, while Mercy and Dr. Friend convinced the clinic's receptionist to admit Jim. It worked! Succeeding in their deception, the team found themselves in the C-Beta ward, but 2 security guards hung around. I can't talk. Dr. Friend unleashed tear gas grenades in the room and left everyone reeling and choking. But would there be enough antidote for everyone? Was their cover blown? Do cyber eyes weep electric tears? Would Harmontown ever come to Finland? Find out. Is he because he's from Finland? Next time on a Harmontown Shadow Time Run.
All right.
Yay.
Who was that by? Who was our guest?
What? What?
Who wrote that?
Teo from Finland.
All right. So you
I'll
guys
tell
are
you one thing, it's straight.
Now, Malcolm, are you? Do you follow the show? Do you know what's going on here?
Nope.
All right. You're kind of like our eyes and ears. Like you have a. Like
I'm actually having trouble understanding.
It's
your
fine.
Your language, like the words, like it's a little.
Is this? It might be Dustin Marshall wearing a wig. Have you noticed that? It looks a lot like Dustin Marshall.
I think he looks like Dimitri Martin undercover.
All right. Malcolm, follow your heart here.
So accurate.
I'm not in the room, so what's going on?
You guys, except for Jeff, are in a hospital room. There's a central table, like in the ones I've been to. And there's also tear gas fucking everywhere. You're choking on the floor, except for Jim. No, yeah, Jim's been antidoted by Dr. Friend. The rest of you, tear gas is just full in the room. There's a glass window leading to the exterior, and the door also.
I use my high composure to not succumb.
Well, you do. It's tear gas. You're coughing and
My eyes are really dry.
no. They're full of painful tears, in fact.
What tier are we dealing with? Like tier 5?
Tier 5 tears. Tier 6, you gotta do the instance with PvPs. I played World of Warcraft for like 20 minutes.
So we got 2 guards in here, right?
Yeah, no, they're on the floor. You knocked him out
Yeah.
before getting antidoted.
All right.
Is the tear gas still flowing in the room?
It's fucking everywhere. You can't even see. There's 3 tear gas grenades worth of tear gas.
Is there a window in there?
Yeah, glass one, which is rare.
Say what?
A glass window.
Okay. I summon the spirit of the Native American wind eagle. And summon a wind eagle to go up there and flap the wings so hard that it bursts the window and dissipates the tear gas from the room.
To burst? That's so flapping hard.
Well, the wind eagle is like 20 feet wingspan. It's a huge thing.
How big of a what force of a summoning is this?
I'm gonna go for a force 5, baby.
A force 5.
I get under the nearest desk to protect myself.
You do that. You find yourself well protected from a giant eagle who now exists in the room.
I'm
plumage,
also very composed.
highly composed and full of tear gas. There's an eagle. It's got golden plumage and also different colored plumage because it's a spirit. It's flapping around. It's flapping up a storm. But in so summoning, Jeff, what's your character? Eve Libertine takes 5 fading damage or drain damage from the exertion of casting a spell.
All right.
Combined with the 3 you've taken earlier, you're on the ropes here for consciousness. You don't got too many spells left in your brains.
Yeah, I'm pretty stunned right now. I can't cast any more spells for a while.
May I please make a move?
Sure.
I would like to go outside the room and say to any nearby guards, "Hey, we got some tear gas in here. We got a situation. Get in here.
You guys like to party?
Come over here. We got a serious situation."
Okay. Leaving the Golden Eagle behind, you exit C Beta Ward, and you see a guard. He's at the end of the hallway. He's got a big rifle.
Hey. We need your help down here.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
It's all fucked up.
What do you need?
I need you to walk in front of me. Go into the room.
Why? What's up?
The room's crazy. It's a crazy room.
Well, that doesn't seem like any of my business.
Oh, so you're just going to hang out?
Yep. I've got
All right, I'll go
hallways.
back into the room then, but I'm telling you.
What are you telling me? It's crazy?
Yeah.
Be more descriptive.
There's tear gas. It's a terrorist attack.
Shit, we should lock the hospital down then.
Yeah, go. I'll follow you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't need to go anywhere. I'll just dial it in.
Well, okay. Well, turn your back to me.
Okay. He pulls out his comlink and turns away from you to dial a number.
I stun him. I stun him.
All right. You go to stun him, and you hit him right in the temple. Right in the temple. As the electricity flows through him, you hear the smoldering of something fleshy.
Oh, no.
Or maybe not. He drops to the floor, and smoke exits his ears.
911.
Like
It's not really a
like to
pun
check
or
in. That's
anything.
Meanwhile,
a really cute guard.
there's a large golden eagle chilling.
No, he's flapping his wings to get the tear gas out of the room.
Oh, okay. Wait. Out of what? Out of the room?
Out of the window that I was trying to burst.
How much wind? I guess a lot of wind can burst a window.
Yeah.
All right. That happens.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah, tornadoes
Yeah, and those
shit.
guys' dicks are huge. Sure. Let's all yes and each other tonight.
No, well, I live in an earthquake area. I'm not used to
My dick
winds
is
breaking
fine.
windows.
My dick is fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be anything different than what it is. My wife didn't do me a favor by marrying me. She, if anything, she did herself a favor.
I think she did us all a favor.
All right.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. Let's thank you, Nancy, very much. Malcolm, everybody.
Oh, no.
Malcolm and Nancy.
The possibly average-sized Dick brothers.
Average-sized Dick brothers.
Who else do we forget? Other
Well,
people.
there's Justin and there's Kevin.
Spencer Crittenden, everybody, your dungeon master of all time.
The guy I blocked on Twitter.
Dustin Marshall on sound. I'm Jeff Davis, your comptroller, your mayor, Mr. Dan Harmon.
The Everything Is Festival in the city of Portland. The governor of Oregon, Mr. Nat Sandwich. Wonderful governor.
Nat Sandwich?
Yeah. And the mayor of Portland, Carl Carlson, and the good men and women of Portland's correctional facility, and the Hollywood Theater Conservation Committee.
Yo.
When your city's on the ocean, you need to eat fish.
Yeah.
And when you do it all the time, you get what you wish.
Yeah.
Portland, we are in Portland. Bridge. Get the bridge to the bridge. Get the bridge to the bridge.
You're allowed to leave.
Yeah. Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.